Several concerned parents in Hillsboro contacted us after a local child care center lost its license and closed. Valley News Team's Molly Casey has been following this story and has more.
The Tot Spot is one of 2 child care centers in Hillsboro and quickly hit capacity after opening last year. But Tuesday night, the center had to close its doors for good. The Tot Spot received 26 correction orders for violations between October 2016 and August 16th of this year. But the Tot Spot owner, Carrie Morehouse, says she feels many of those violations were questionable.
Some of them are very subjective, and how do you fix what tone is used? It's subjective, and who's to say that it's the wrong tone of voice?
Parents that contacted Valley News Live were concerned that they wouldn't have another option for childcare and don't understand why the Tot Spot closed.
We have an amazing center. The kids love it, the families love it, and I feel sad and defeated.
But despite these comments supporting the Hillsboro Tot Spot, Morehouse doesn't plan to reopen the center because it could put her Fargo locations at risk.
I'm selling the business. I have it listed for sale, which breaks my heart, and the town doesn't want us to leave. But yeah, I can't risk losing the Fargo centers.
The Tot Spot has submitted paperwork to renew its child care license, but it is up to the North Dakota Department of Human Services to review the center's violations and issue that license renewal. Now, in the meantime, parents can meet with the Trail County Social Services tomorrow morning to discuss their concerns with the Tot Spot and the need for another child care center in the area. From Hillsboro, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
If you would like to be at tomorrow's meeting, it will start at 8 a.m. at the Trail County Courthouse Commission Room. Coming up after weather, it's a restful place to get a haircut, but the peace at a South Fargo salon was disrupted after someone shattered the door to bust in and then stole something precious inside. Plus, just 2 days into the start of the school year, parents are questioning why buses are already overcrowded. We've got the picture behind it in just a few moments. But first, Robert, a beautiful day to be outside, quiet and warm temps. How does this evening look?
Yeah, another quiet night out there as we head through the overnight hours. It's going to get kind of chilly, especially across northern portions of Minnesota. It's nice out there in the Fargo-Moorhead area and across the entire Red River Valley as we take a live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Traffic moving along nicely along I-94 and University Drive. Current temperature, we've dipped down into the 60s, 65 degrees, winds out of the east at 7 miles per hour. They'll continue to shift around to the east and eventually southeast as we head through the overnight hours tonight. By tomorrow morning, they'll be on the breezy side and some strong and gusty winds as we head through tomorrow afternoon. Already down to 59 in Langdon and Roseau, 58 into that area, 61 in Bemidji. And again, those winds will continue to shift off towards the east and then eventually southeast. And we're going to see some strong winds as we head through your Thursday. Those winds not going to bring in a whole lot of warmer air, but it will bring in a few clouds. Not seeing much in the way of clouds right now, and with no clouds around, no precipitation to worry about. A lot of green on the radar, just a little interference with the local area radar domes. Precipitation across the northern plains, it's not there. You get some showers and storms off toward the west, some showers and some thunderstorms off toward the south. That in association with what is now tropical depression Harvey. No longer a tropical storm, but still dumping tremendous amounts of rain. And that will continue to slowly churn off towards the north and northeast. And as it does so, there's a risk of isolated tornadoes, particularly on the eastern and northeastern sides of what's left of Harvey. For us, not going to have to worry about any hurricanes, just some cooling temperatures overnight tonight, getting down into the upper 40s in a few areas in Minnesota. Elsewhere, some low to mid 50s. And again, those winds starting to pick up out of the southeast as we head towards tomorrow morning. And along with that, we're going to start to see a little bit of cloudiness. We'll see partly to mostly sunny skies, just a few clouds from time to time. High temperatures tomorrow, primarily in the 70s. Some unsettled weather starts to approach late Thursday and on into Friday. We'll have that chance for a few showers and storms. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day in the mid 50s. Winds picking up by your lunchtime and temperatures in the low 70s. And later on the day, we'll continue with breezy to windy conditions and highs in the upper 70s. Picture of the day, a gorgeous shot. Little Pine Lake sunrise in Perham. Thanks to Sherry for sending that in. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. A nice day on your Thursday. If you're headed to the Bison Block Party, looks like perfect conditions, but hold on to your hat as you head out there. A chance for a few storms Friday and a little warmer. Labor Day weekend looking good. Tailgating looking good before the NDSU Mississippi Valley State game. And Sunday looking kind of hot. So if you're spending lots of time outdoors, make sure you're using plenty of sunscreen and drinking plenty of the H2O.
So it's a nice way to end our holiday weekend.
Yeah, the unofficial final holiday of the summer.
Oh, I don't like you saying that at all.
You know it's eventual.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
You got it.
Well, another event is taking place tonight to mourn the tragic death of Savannah Greywind. It's a candlelight vigil in Jamestown, and we're told more than 100 people turned out to honor Savannah's life and memory. Family, friends, and supporters gathered at Nicholas Park near 10th Street Northwest and 1st Avenue North at 8 o'clock tonight. There's also a similar event happening tonight in Bismarck at the state capitol. Tonight on Point of View on KX4, Chris Berg spoke with the lead investigator on the Savannah Greywind case. During the interview, Lieutenant Jason Nelson spoke about what Fargo police were doing to help bring this case to a close. He did confirm that yesterday investigators returned to the apartment where one of the suspects, Brooke Cruz, was arrested and Savannah's baby was found. Now, he couldn't get into much detail, but he says another search was essential to the investigation.
We received information from the BCI that led us to believe there were some other evidentiary things of value in that apartment, so we reapplied for a search warrant and looked for those items.
Lieutenant Nelson says he believes the department has a very good case against both Cruz and William Hain, but adds that there is still much work to be done. New for you now at 9, a man is facing a terrorizing charge after allegedly pulling a gun on another driver in what police are calling a road rage incident. Police were called out to the intersection of Highway 2 and Gateway Drive on Wednesday. The victim reported that 29-year-old Justin Toplingrud had pointed a gun at him after an incident on Gateway Drive. Officers caught up with Toplingrud, and investigators say they recovered a handgun from his vehicle. He is being held in the Grand Forks County Correctional Center. A Fargo police officer remains on leave, and officials are unable to tell us if he will still have his job after he was arrested following a domestic assault incident back in June. 34-year-old Jeremiah Ferris was facing 4 misdemeanor charges. However, we're learning today that a plea agreement has been reached. So now he only faces 1 misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct and has to pay $385 in fees. The attorney with the state of Minnesota says that because his charges were all misdemeanors, a plea petition was made between attorneys rather than meeting in court. A North Dakota man accused of shooting at law enforcement, leading them on a high-speed chase and stealing several vehicles, including one with a baby inside, is now pleading guilty to the 3 felony charges. Daniel TwoHearts appeared in Trail County Court today and pleaded guilty to 1 count of reckless endangerment and 2 counts of vehicle theft. The charges stem from a high-speed chase that started in Grand Forks and then led authorities through multiple counties. An armed standoff followed in Devil's Lake, ending with TwoHearts shooting himself in the chest. His attorney says he has also been indicted in federal court, but there are no specifics yet on those charges. A man accused of a shooting in Breckenridge is going to trial next month. Matthew Allard is facing 5 charges, including premeditated attempted murder. The shooting happened at a home in North Breckenridge back in December. The man he shot did survive, but ended with what officials are saying are permanent injuries from the incident. Allard remains in jail. His bail is set at $200,000. His trial is set for September 19th. Someone broke into a salon in South Fargo and stole something that's hurting a lot of people. Someone busted through the front glass door of Head Game Salon and stole a donation jar. That money was supposed to help a hairstylist who's battling cancer. The owner of the salon says the shattered door, missing products, and scratches on the floor aren't a big deal, but the missing donations are upsetting.
That's why it's the worst part about it. Anything else is replaceable, but nowadays we need to see people that are giving and nice considering all the crime that's been going on, and then you see that and it just kind of makes your heart sink just a little bit more.
Fargo police do not have any suspects. A school bus so crowded that kids had to stand in the aisle. And that's what a group of concerned West Fargo parents say is behind this picture. Numerous people sent to us via Whistleblower Hotline this morning, which, by the way, is the 2nd day of classes for the district. Bus 64 takes kids from the Eagle Run development to Liberty Middle School and then Cheyenne High School. Parents tell us it's been going on since last school year, and they're concerned about their kids' safety if a crash were to happen. The district says they are aware of the situation and are investigating how many kids were on the bus at the time of the picture. Also, they're wondering if that bus was over capacity.
I think that's pretty concerning. You know, I remember being a kid and having those school bus safety things, and they told us you can never ever stand up because if the bus has to slam on the brakes, you'll be thrown forward. So yeah, that's pretty concerning to me. I think they definitely need to have more buses. If that bus is found to be over capacity, we were told that a stop will be eliminated
and added to a different bus route. Again, this story came to us through our Whistleblower Hotline. So if you need help with a serious issue in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and then leave your tip. We're going to do our best to get to the bottom of it. After responding to 4 overdoses this past week, Grand Forks police are telling the public what they should look out for. Investigations on previous overdoses have indicated that the users thought they were doing heroin, but because of their reactions, it's believed that that powder may have been laced with fentanyl. As you remember, fentanyl is an extremely dangerous and can even be fatal by skin contact or inhalation. The Grand Forks Police Department urges everyone to keep an eye out for signs of the deadly substance in small Ziploc baggies, white powder or pills, pen tubes or other hollow tubes, needles, spoons, and tinfoil. Police in Wadena, Minnesota are asking for your help locating 2 men suspected of using counterfeit money. Last week, authorities multiple reports fake $20 and $50 bills turning up. The 2 men were photographed at a local Walmart. One of them has tattoos on both arms. So if you have any information on these 2, call police at 218-631-7700. Take a look at this. An amazing human chain rescue is captured on video from Hurricane Harvey. We've got more behind that moment.